Berlin is a very green city. Roundabout our area is green in some respect. Parks, gardens, forests, little rivers. On the one hand, we have big problems with rainwater in Berlin.
So the story started in '85, that we separated the grey water from the black water, and the idea was to treat the grey water and then to reuse it in household for toilet flushing, for irrigation of the garden, and maybe also for laundry. So the grey water from about 250 persons, tenants, is coming here. And in every basin we have different bacteria, and we only give them oxygen. And then after that the water is clean. So this is the grey water quality, how it comes in, and this is the water, how it goes out. And the quality is very close to drinking water. Everything what we need for food production is in wastewater.
Imagine if we can really produce most of our fresh vegetables within the city. We save a lot of energy, we save a lot of time, we save, of course, CO2. We are very, climate positive with it. I would say more safe in that way to produce your food compared to such a global, intransparent system. And we could actually show with our roof water farm measurements that we can use the gold water really to water and nourish the plants. And that's actually biological cycle according to the cradle-to-cradle principle. So here we have this hydroponic type system, which is called ebb and flow system or tide and flow system, which means actually that the plants get flooded every 4 hours in this case here. We have a water tank underneath the table, and of course there are nutrients in the tank, so we have the right cocktail for the plants. And every 4 hours the table is flooded, and after a while we have a new flow in the system. And so that's very effective. We harvested actually the whole season.
It's necessary that we reduce this water which goes into the canalization. Therefore we need these green roofs. And because of climate change, the town becomes hotter and hotter every year, and it brings coolness to Berlin.
Here we have our, you can say, neighborhood wetland. And it's actually used nowadays for rainwater retention and also for cooling purposes, because we can actually collect in this wetland all the rainwater which comes from the sealed surfaces in this neighborhood. From these houses, from the roofs, part of the houses have a green roof, but some parts is not green. And so we can collect the water as well as from the trails. And if you think of climate positive cities, I could imagine that you have these wetlands integrated into neighborhood spaces, and integrate terraces and recreation areas so that you can use it in a multifunctional way.
We have shown here that wastewater is a resource. It is a resource for new water, it is a resource for energy, and it is a resource for nutrients.
The trees and also the green open space, they didn't get enough water. In other words, I would think we need to make Berlin more green again. Especially thinking of smart water cycling concepts.
We were all very worried about the condition of the trees. So everybody asked, what can we do? And we always say, digital tools will help us to solve problems. What could they do to improve the situation? So this idea came up to bring the Baumkataster of Berlin to the map of Berlin, where you can see all the trees. And we brought this information together on this platform. What you see here is the map of Berlin, and all the green grounds that are trees get information, this special tree. So you learn how old it is, how much water is needed, and then you can say, okay, I want to water this. You can inform other people about your activities. On one side, it's the information, and on the other side, it's the possibility to bring people together. In the meantime, for this summer, we can say about 500,000 liters water were brought to Berlin's earth to support the trees. It's a great project because it shows what is really the value of data. Everybody is talking about it, but what does it mean? And this is really a good example for it. Digital tools will change everything, and you can show this by the project Kiez den Kiez.
The hugest challenge is to manage pressure which we have on the area. Berlin is a growing city. A lot of people comes to Berlin, they want to stay here, they want to live here, and the area, of course, is restricted. And how can we manage different aims in a good way so that Berlin will also stay green in future?
Exactly where we are, planes landed and started. Originally it was an airport. Now you can still see the building in the back. 2010 it was transformed into an open space for all the Berliners. There should be a balance between nature and people's activity. Because there are many plants and animals which need protection, but also all the Berliners who need a lot of space to do their activities. For example, you can repair your bicycles, can do urban gardening, sports, running, cycling, can just relax or do some barbecue. It's a unique place worldwide because it's more than 3 million square meters in the middle of the city with no buildings in the first view. But if you stay longer there, you can see and feel and do a lot.
The international cooperation is so important, especially the cooperation with other metropoles round about the world. There are not really solutions yet, so we have to develop solutions and learn from each other.